Hey, and welcome along into the Daily Diaries. Once again, Kristel with ya, and I'm really excited today because if you've seen my channel before, you would know that I love Oden's Eye. Oden's Eye is a Swedish makeup brand, and I don't know how they do it, but the quality of their eyeshadows is through the roof. It is so good, and the price is so reasonable as well. And if you love like shimmery shades and rich metallics and even magical triochrome shades, these guys just nail it. So another really cool thing about Oden's Eye, the brand, is that they take their inspiration from Norse mythology. So the entire lines that they come out with have different themes behind them, different Norse myths behind them. And the one we're talking about today, the Norns. Let's take a look at this beautiful palette. This is based around sisters. The Norns are sisters who are the most magical, powerful beings in the cosmos. And they are the ones that weave the web of fate. So very cool. Now there are going to be swatches coming up as well. There will be swatches in low light and swatches in bright sunlight. So you can see how the shades perform in different light settings. And we're going to do a look, and we're gonna do that now. So let's crack this beautiful baby open. Are you ready? Are you ready for the magic of the Norns? Oh, she is a stunner. Let's do this. Okay, now I have to say that I generally am drawn to warmer shades. Typically, I just think they look better on me, and yeah, that's it. I just think they're more flattering on my skin tone and my eye color. But today I want to break out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I think I want to use some of these gorgeous blue shades because, I mean, they're just stunners. They're to die for. So yeah, that's the plan. So I already obviously have a base on. I've done my eyebrows. Today I'm actually wearing the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. It's got an, I think, SPF of 50 in it, and it's got all good skincare ingredients as well. It is a very sheer coverage. I'm trying it out because I have booked a trip to Europe in June, and I'm thinking it might be nice to just be wearing a serum rather than a foundation. However, I do also have my Kassas Revealer Concealer on with it because it is very sheer coverage. I like how dewy it is though. And we also have a friend on my face who was uninvited, little Mr. Pimple. So he's just freeloading at the moment, so just try and ignore that guy. Okay, enough of my rambling, hey? Alrighty, so there's a color here called Dazed, which is certainly not generally my bag, and I think it's probably the one color in the palette that I will not use. So today, I am going to, against my better judgment, I'm gonna try and use this color and just see, like it's kind of a, like a matte gray shade. It's definitely, I don't know, it's a weird kind of color. It's the only one in the entire palette that I am immediately not really excited about. But whacking it on anyways, because it's all about challenging ourselves, right? And the good news is it's my first day off in 6 days. And I don't have to go anywhere, except to the supermarket, because I have no vegetables in my house right now. But hey, who cares? I mean, the fact that I'm going to the supermarket in clothes and not pajamas, I feel is an achievement. So they can deal with whatever makeup I have on. Okay, it's fine. Doesn't look as bad on as I thought it was going to, actually. It honestly looks much better on than it did on my hand. All right, so that is on. Oh, by the way, I'm using Refa brushes mostly today for my eyes. I bought a little kit when they were on special for the Black Friday sales, and I found them to be really good. I like the shape of the smaller dome shape ones, especially if you have hooded eyes. All right, so we're gonna do things a little differently all around to how I would normally do my makeup. There is a color in this palette called Colorful Black, which is generally actually more of a gray color. It's a metallic. And I think I'm gonna pack that on first. Now, for this one, I'm just using an old, potentially a Sephora brush. So I'm just gonna pack that on. Bit of kickback when I use this fluffy brush in the palette, which is not uncommon, to be fair. I mostly want that on the outer of the eyelid. And then I think I might actually wet my finger because I've definitely found the Oden's Eye eyeshadows look amazing. The metallics, when you actually use a wet finger to apply them, See that intensity? Just like, bam. You know what? I'm gonna just bring that in slightly over halfway. Mostly concentrating on the outer. So yeah, I am supposed to be going to Europe in June, which will be my first holiday in years, which is not surprising because obviously there's been a pandemic and the borders in Australia were closed for, I don't know, around 2 years. So no one was coming in or out. So yeah, I was really excited about this going away because it's my partner, his friend is getting married in Tuscany. And we just decided, even though we actually would have preferred to wait until next year to go away because of obviously it's just the coronavirus after effects and all that kind of gear, because of this wedding, we're sort of going. But seeing what is happening in Europe at the moment with the Ukraine being invaded by Russia, it's awful. It's horrifying. I feel so awful for the people of the Ukraine and everyone like that's been caught in the crossfire, you know, because there are obviously, you see Russian citizens protesting against this war as well. It's just such a senseless loss of life on a mass scale. And I just can't believe we're still having these kinds of situations. So as far as we know, we are still going to Europe. But I guess we'll play it by ear and we'll see how the situation unfolds. I just wish that there was something that we could do because I feel so helpless watching on the news this situation unfold. Awful, awful, awful. And my heart goes out to everyone who was affected by the actions of a man who doesn't seem to mind a great loss of life, civilian life at all. Doesn't seem fussed by it. And I'm certainly no expert in the workings of governments, but I just hate to see humans inflicting violence on each other. It really makes me sick. All right, now that is on, that is the colourful black colour, which is really more of a grey. It's pretty. I like that. I'm not a big one for black eyeshadow, to be honest, so that's kind of a nice happy medium for me. Now I think things are going to get fun because of course you want to see some of these stunning blue shades in the palette. I'm going to take this corner shade here, which is called Charming. Charming. And again, I'm going to wet my finger. And I want this over, oh, holy heck. Good God. Can you see how beautiful she is? Of course you can, you have eyes. Oh, I don't know how Oden's Eye do this, but their formulas are truly, truly spectacular. They really are. And yes, I do sound like a fangirl right now because I am. I am a mad fan. My introduction to Oden's Eye was via the Red Dragon palette, the Judy collaboration, and also the Hummingbird palette. And both of those just blew me away. The quality just, I mean, I'm going to keep raving about it because it's that good. It's stunning. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, next I'm going to take the shade Optimism, which is a bit of a hybrid shade. Is that one? So it's a bit multi-tonal, and I'm going to pop that into the corner. Hopefully my finger's not too fat. Newsflash, my finger is too fat. I could use a brush, but I love the impact that you get using your finger. However, just for argument's sake, I might take this Refa flat brush I have here, dip that in the water, and see how she goes. Oh, perfect. So if you have like a flat synthetic brush, it'll do the job. Oh, I'm being spam called right now. It happens to me a lot. It always comes up and tells me suspected spam. So I just don't answer it. I rarely answer numbers I don't know anyway. And they didn't leave a message, so I know that it was just a spam caller because if it's important, you'll leave a message, right? All right, so that's how we're looking so far. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Self, I think. This one here. Once again, a wet brush. I might end up using my finger, but I just wanna go over that where I had that colorful black color. And that blends beautifully with the other blue. So it's just a little bit deeper and it has a hint of blue glitter through it, but it's kind of a bluey purple shade. And yeah, it has more depth than the previous blue that we used called Charming. But let me tell you, this is charming in its own right. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like I'm turning into Cinderella. And I watched last night the Camila Cabello version of Cinderella and I bloody loved it. I just put it on because I was like, you know, I want something just light while I do stuff I have to do, you know, random computer stuff I had to do. And I'd say 10 minutes in, I had a big smile on my face that did not move off my face for the entirety of the film. I was loving it sick. I even got up and I was dancing around and yeah, like a clown, and I loved it. So if you haven't seen it, I'd say get on it. And I don't know, like I think there's some people that have criticized it, but like it's not a documentary, guys. It's just, okay, it's just not. If you want to have your heart full of joy and hear some great music, I mean, it has Janet Jackson songs in it. It has a wicked mashup between The White Stripes and Salt and Pepper en Vogue. It's so fun. I loved it. And I feel like Cinderella today. So next up, we are going to, there's a little bit of eyeshadow on my face. Oh, okay. Nope, that's staying. That's moved in for good. That's fine. We'll suss that out after. I'm just gonna quickly take a little bit more of the colorful black shade. I have tapped that off though because yeah, it's pretty intense. I just want to bring her up a little bit higher. Now there's no glitter in the colorful black shade, but it is picking it up from the sparkles of the blues, which is fine with me. Now, I feel there is one shade we definitely need to use. Oh, by the way, this is what those shades all look like all together on my hand rather than my eyeball. Right, now we're gonna do the under eye, and I'm going to take my little Refa pencil brush. Actually, first of all, I'm gonna take the matte shade Outsider, which is that one there. It's like a matte bluey green. And I'm gonna run that under the lash line. And also apparently in my eyeball because I slightly missed. Happens to the best of us. I'm gonna be doing a video soon on my favorite blushes. And I'd love to know some of your recommendations as well. So if there's a blush that you love, please let me know in the comments. And also if there's a shade in particular that you love, let me know because I'd love to have your opinions. I love blush. I'm a cream blush girl predominantly, but obviously I do wear some powders as well. Now I want to just wet that little same Refa brush, and I'm going to take this stunner of a shade, Hallucination, which is this beautiful shimmery blue-green color. I may end up using my finger, but we're just going to see if we get much payoff. I think it's going to be a finger jobby, but obviously because I'm using my finger, it's not going to be super precise. That is a beautiful color. As predicted, slightly messy. I'm going to show you on my hand as well because it's too pretty not to. Don't forget, I will have swatches for you of all of these colors, but essentially I can't wait for that. Look at that. Oh, these colors are dreamy. And this is someone who doesn't normally wear blues and greens. Like, obsessed. There is a shade in here called Pink Chameleon, which looks like this. Now it does have more of a goldy, pinky tone in person, but I am gonna try and use that in the inner corner, even though I'm wearing mostly cool colors. Pink Chameleon. You can't really see in the pan just how multi-chromatic it is. I actually feel like this is a stunning color. It would be better with the warmer looks, but I actually feel like this would be amazing in this look, and so I might just pop some on. This is my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. It's one of the Ultra Glitters in Sailor. I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corner as well because it's a little cooler. And I just feel like I need to tone down that peachy shade a little. Right, so basically my eyeballs are just like a big blue disco ball. I feel like Cinderella. Like I'm going to the ball. Now we just need to do some eyeliner and some mascara. I'm actually gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury Eye Color Magic Liner Duo, and this is the Blues. So it has a really metallic-y blue at one end and then a deeper blue black on the other end, which is a matte. Yep, so obviously that's the matte and then that's the metallic. I'm gonna use the metallic on the top. Someone who never wears blue. I'm really embracing the theme, aren't I? I've got like 17 different shades of blue on my eyes today. I mean, I wear blue clothes, I just don't wear blue eyeshadow. Probably could have done myself a favor and sharpened the pencil, but we all know I don't like to make my own life easy. Yeah, love that. I'm gonna use on the lower lash line on the outer, the other end of this Charlotte Tilbury situation. That really pops. I'm gonna use that on the inner as well. So I have now got both ends of the Charlotte Tilbury pencil on. These pencils are beautiful. I have one in every single color of these duo liners. You would have seen them in my other videos if you've watched others, and they're like this tiny. So I just reordered a whole bunch of them because they were just too small. I couldn't even sharpen them anymore. They're expensive, but I love them and they wear beautifully. I just got a fresh order of Colourpop in today, and one of the things I ordered was this Colourpop cream gel liner in Coastal Crush. And this is a really pretty metallic-y sky blue shade. I've got so much stuff on my hands at the moment. All right, and I'm just gonna use that actually in my inner waterline. Hoping I'm not allergic to it because I wear a lot of the Colourpop cream gel liners, but generally they're the matte ones. Right. Well, now that I've got 5 million blue eyeliners on to match my 5 million blue eyeshadows, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm just gonna add some mascara, pop some blush on, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my mascara on, and I'm having a bit of a situation with my mascara because my favorite one, Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara, has been sold out at Mecca for ages. And I have been on the list to get it, but I still haven't heard anything. So yeah, I've been adding just eye drops to my mascara because that does give it more longevity. So if your mascara starts drying up, just add a couple of eye drops to it and it tends to make it last longer. I have had to buy the Mecca Whiplash tubing mascara as a substitute, and I went for a swim in the ocean with it the other day, and I was expecting to look like an absolute mess because I just was like, stuff it, I don't care that I'm wearing makeup, I'm swimming properly, diving in. And when I came out, my eyelashes looked exactly the same as when I went in, which was quite miraculous. I also had Oden's eyeshadow on, and that hadn't moved either. So I don't know. It's magic, I guess. I would say that the Mecca version of the tubing mascara is not as dramatic as the Hourglass one. I prefer a more dramatic look, but I feel like this is going to be a good holiday mascara because if I can swim in it, that's great. And yeah, I just hope I get my mascara soon. Okay, so I have also gone ahead and just popped some blush on. I've used the Ilia Multistick in Ladybird, which you guys know I adore my Ilia Multisticks. It's hard to tell in this light, but it's a really beautiful color. And you can just use your fingers to pop it on. Very pretty. Great. And I'm gonna take the Norns Oden's Eye Mesmerizer Web of Destiny highlight. And I normally prefer a cream highlight, but I just thought I'd have some fun and give this one a go. Definitely recommend using your finger because it doesn't tend to really show up on my face when I use a brush. And it is glittery, so if you don't like glitter, don't get it. It's beautiful though. It has a pinky golden reflect and the glitter is finely milled, so it's more like a fairy's just kind of tinkled on your face rather than big chunks of disco glitter. So who doesn't love a bit of a fairy tinkle? in my Colourpop order that just came in the mail, I ordered the Bring the Heat Lip Pencil set. Now, as I'm wearing pretty intense eye makeup, I don't want to go too hard with the lips, but I'm going to take the shade A Bumble. There. And I'm just going to fill in. Oh, also I'll be doing a whole swatching video of the Bring the Heat collection. I enjoy the Colourpop lip liners. They're good quality. They glide on so smoothly. That's a really pretty color. That's the most natural color in the set. So if you want nude, this probably isn't the best kit for you, but yeah, it has some, if you love wearing brights, this is great. It's got some beautiful reds and hot pinks in there. So yeah, and the quality is great. The Colourpop quality, it's pretty good for what you pay. This looks disgusting, but I have a couple of these. These are the Look Beauty Food tasting platters. So Look Beauty Food make beautiful natural lipsticks, and they have a whole range of them. I have one of them that I love. They're very nourishing. They're not long wear, but you know, you don't like poison yourself if you eat your lipstick off, which is great. I'm gonna take the shade Ruby Grapefruit. Normally I'd wear a more nude lip color with this look because it's, you know, it's out there. But if you were going out at night, then you could definitely get away with this. Now that we've finished this look, here's some swatches. We are all done, and I just wanted to give you some final thoughts, a little bit of a wrap up on the Norns palette. I think you know what I'm gonna say. It's beautiful. It honestly is a little bit of magic there. The packaging itself is stunning, as is everything that Oden's Eye do. I adore this brand. I honestly feel like this has been the best discovery I've made. I also started using Pat McGrath products for the first time in the last sort of, I don't know, I'd say 6 to 8 months. I like Oden's Eye better. Yeah, I know that might be controversial, but I think the price that you pay is so reasonable for the quality that you get. They are absolutely beautiful formulas, stunning colors, a great mix of textures. They nail it. So thank you, Oden's Eye, for being so amazing. If you are interested in picking this up and you are in Australia, it retails for, I think it's 51 Australian dollars. And they absolutely do ship to Australia from the Oden's Eye website, so definitely check it out. If you haven't seen the videos that I've done on the new collection from Oden's Eye, which is the collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist, who is also on YouTube, then definitely watch those because that's another stunning palette. And yeah, Oden's Eye, I'm like, you've got me. You've got me forever. I love you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would take a moment to subscribe and maybe chuck us a thumbs up, that would be so great. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon with a few of those videos that I talked about earlier. Alrighty, take care.